No, from our Koreans, and yes, from our international researchers.
And we are thinking in our own.
We do the research, we do the work together.
Editor, please add some special effects. Power, charging, power! In superhero movies, they often shoot light from their hands to infuse people with energy to save them. Sometimes they save the entire nation. But while that sounds like pure fiction, part of it is actually real. Light and energy. Through cutting-edge biophotonic technology, these people are saving lives. Please welcome the real heroes. Yes!
Yeah, we are here.
You are here.
Yeah.
So, Professor, would you like to take the lead and introduce yourself?
Okay, hi, my name is Jae-Kwan Kim, and I'm a professor at the Department of Biomedical Science and Engineering at Gwangju Institute of Science Technology.
My name is Hera Arif. I'm from Pakistan. I am a PhD candidate in biotechnology school under the supervision of Professor Jae-Kwan Kim.
Hi, my name is Jae Baek, and I'm a PhD student in Professor Jae-Kwan Kim's TEDdy lab in GIST.
Hello, my name is Fatima. I'm a third year PhD student, same lab.
What kind of research do you do at this lab?
Okay. Do you know the name of our lab?
No.
No, you don't? It's Teddy Lab. If you hear Teddy, then what do you kind of think about Teddy?
I honestly think of a teddy bear.
That's what everybody think about teddy bear, but our teddy is diagnostics by electrodigital technology. And diagnostics is a combination between the diagnostics plus and treatment or therapy. So what that means is that we try to use the electrodigital technology to diagnose the disease and also to treat the disease. Right now, we apply our technology into many different applications, including the cancer or some urological disorder or dermatological disorder. But these days, we mostly focus on the neurodegenerative disease, especially for the Alzheimer's disease. Whole family is suffering from the dementia in Alzheimer's disease. So we try to find a way that either can stop the progression or slow down the progression or maybe prevention by using not only taking some pills, but by having some brain stimulation using ultrasound or light. So that's what we do. And hope that we can translate that into the hospital or in the real world very soon.
That's fascinating. We'll hear more about your research and your teamwork in a bit, but first I have a question for our international researchers. What brought you to Korea?
Originally from Libya, I grew up in the UAE. My professor from my university in Dubai introduced me to a professor in Korea, sent me for internship. So I came with my sister. We did an internship. 2 months later, we just decided to apply for masters because we really missed it here. The weather and everything, like we live in the desert, so it's always hot.
But that means that if you came to Korea in summertime,
Yeah, it would have been quite
maybe you
similar,
wouldn't
yeah.
come to Korea.
And Gwangju was obviously because of Professor Kim. I was introduced to him coincidentally and I really wanted to join his lab.
For me, it's a bit different story than the Fatima when I was applying for my graduate studies. So I was looking particularly the environment, the research fields, and each and everything. So students mostly think first about the US, then the Europe, and later about the Asian countries, right? But what really fascinates me about Korea is about the history of Korea, how they develop their economy based on research, especially for the semiconductors. It was really fascinating. Wow. Very fascinating. And then they continue to invest more money and more investments in the R&D and the research. And I think it creates a lot of opportunity for not for only the locals, also for the foreigners as well. Because they think, the foreigners think, yeah, I have enough good money, scholarship and good mentorship also, and I also have the good environment where I can research about their own research topics. And this was the first point that really catches my eye. And second thing was my sister was already here, and she also did her master's. And when she explained more about the research and the future opportunities in Korea, I was get more interested.
All right, now it's time for a quick answer segment. They have an O and an X. O means yes, and X means no. We'll go 빨리빨리. Fast. First question. Everyone faces hurdles when making decisions in life, right? While building your career, have you had more than 3 difficult moments where you had to overcome a major hurdle? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. Everyone said yes.
Oh, so
Wow.
our life is not easy.
Who would like to start? Bettina?
Yeah.
Obviously, I had a lot of career shifts in my life. I also there was a time where I wanted to not even start my PhD, and then there was a time when I wanted to stop my PhD, and now this is the time where I want to finish and complete my PhD. And I think with age, a lot of our thoughts change, and depending on also people you meet, opportunities that come your way, sometimes you don't never expect it, job offer or a partnership or something, and you would think that, should I change my path or something? So the methods I use to overcome the questions and the uncertainties, basically my people, my friends, my family, and I think that helps me a lot to make a decision and stick to the decision that I make.
Yeah, it's always good to ask people who actually care about you, right? And then you can reflect on your own thoughts. Yeah, how about you?
Actually, I think one of the biggest hurdle in my research journey is to figure out what path should I take. And I think many researchers face this problem, and every research demands a very high amount of hard work, creativity, and innovation. And you cannot put everything, your intention and your hard work in every topic. You must choose one thing, and you can project starting from right now to next 10 years. I have one question to my professor. So what advice would you give to the listeners who are also facing many choices, but they really want to be at some point where they don't want to regret in their life?
I believe that the answers is already in your mind, actually. But you just don't know whether that's your answer or not. However, when you are talking to many people around you, like your friends, your family, when you have a time to discuss with them, and then actually you can feel about your answer from your mind, so that it comes out. So just don't kind of think yourself. Don't try to get stressed, alone, but try to share that with others. And then when you're talking with others, then maybe you can listen your heart voice.
Okay, are you ready for question number 2? During your research, have there been any communication issues with your professors or coworkers that led to misunderstandings or mistakes? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. Yes. No. Okay, who wants to start? Should we start with let's start with you guys.
Okay, so why I just showed this correct sign? Because when you are discussing the ideas or the proposals and the experimental works and the results, and you need insight and the comments from the advisor and from the coworkers or your seniors or your mentors, there is some sort of, a miscommunication happens, because in their mind, they're thinking in a Korean way, and we are thinking in our own cultural way. Yes. So for them, maybe some things are really understandable, they are understood. So the professor don't need to explain so much about one point, because that is already understood, right? But you could not able to understand from what's going on. This, I think, this conflict comes from the different patterns of thinking. So first thing, example. For example, if if the subject is about my subject is about the photobiomodulation, and I'm discussing with professor, and suddenly professor have a different thought, and he asked me about point B, and I'm working on point A, and suddenly there is a shift in focus, and my brain is like, what? Aren't we talking about point A? How this changes, and it happens quite rapidly, because professor is thinking on a very bird's eye view, and we are thinking like on a very small scale. And we are thinking like professor will agree on that point, and professor will give you something very big, and you are like, okay, I will think more about this. Oh, that could be even possible. So that's the role of advisor.
So have you found any way to deal with these things?
Oh, the good way is to always ask professor, and so be open mind and try to ask more questions.
I say yes because well, I speak English, I speak Korean, of course. So in general, it's okay. When I first joined the GIST here, I was trying to have all the meeting in English with even Korean students, because I asked them, okay, consider that you are in the United States and that you are in the environment of kind of speaking only English. Regardless whether there's international students or not, but I always kind of try to speak English with Korean members. And then I thought they understood me, and then okay, everything looks okay. And then 1 week later, if I have a meeting again, and they seem, oh my God, they didn't understand me at that time. They didn't really do what I asked them to do. So, oh my, it's just waste of time, waste of energy. So I decided, okay, now I will speak Korean with the Korean member, and then for the international students with the English. So that's what happened.
And so I guess just like you said, it is important to cultivate a culture where you can ask and double check with people. All right, next question. One of the unique privileges of working in a global lab is getting to work with team members from different cultural backgrounds. So let's go to our final question. Do you think cultural diversity actually helps with teamwork and research? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. Yes, no, no, and yes. No from our Koreans, and yes from our international researchers. I'm so curious to hear why.
Okay, let me protect myself that I choose no, but it does not mean that the cultural diversity does not help for me. Yeah, because I just choose X no, that as I told you, that as a researcher, the cultural diversity does not affect neither positive or nor the negative effect.
So you said, so you're saying there's no cause and effect.
Right, same. My answer is the same actually as like him. Because we do the research, we do the work together. For that regard, it doesn't really matter about the cultural diversity or different culture. The matter thing is that whether how much you are having an interest in the research field, whether how much effort you are pushing yourself. So that matters. So what I mean is more individual kind of characteristics or personality can be affecting that teamwork rather than the cultural diversity.
Okay, so someone's nationality or cultural background doesn't matter.
I can face them, for the international student, I can face them as just a researcher. Because I do not care about where they are from and what information or what background they have as with the cultural characteristics. So, for example, I have several times when I have some experiments with other international students. When we enter to the experimental period, we don't care any other things, just discuss about the experimental contents or other analysis method like that. And then, so yeah, I could not feel any other cultural characteristics from them. So it is good meaning that, as I told you, we can face each other as just a researcher.
Okay.
Yes. But outside of the research, I can choose yes, because as I told you, they share their cultural characteristics, like taking some food or to our lab office, then we can share them each other. They can taste them like that. It's our culture, it's traditional food like that. So it's very helpful for me. Yes.
This was what we have prepared for segment 1 of our talk, but for segment 2, we have even more amazing questions and exciting games for you guys. Who is excited? Yes? Yes? Yes?
Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah!
Okay, then
I like
we
the
will.
game, yes.
All right, then we will see you guys in part 2.
Part 2.